had an extra long layover on our trip back from the West Coast home to DC. Reno, Nevada was our last stop as we toured around Southern California deserts, Nevada ghost towns, and other places. All we had left to do was walk to the train station from our hotel. You see, I picked Reno because I have a certain, let's say, story about the station, and that's for you to see in another video. My youngest son, Nash, is the absolute best travel partner I've had. We had such a great time, even when he makes funny signs behind my head. Finally, the train arrived 45 minutes late, and we should have known this was going to be the start of a long couple days. Leaving Nevada was sad because it was so beautiful, and we had such a great time there. I'm going to come back. We made our way into Utah and continued our journey, not expecting it was going to be eventful. The room was comfortable, if not small, but we enjoyed ourselves. The stop at Glenwood, Colorado is especially pretty, and I was always hoping to spend some time at this town. As we made our way out, Brad, the conductor, told us about the town and the area since he was a native Coloradan. We made our way up the mountain, not too far from Glenwood, before things started to slow down. Eventually, we came to a complete stop, and the conductor came on the radio that said they needed to move a small boulder from the railway. Well, we're sitting at a standstill here in Colorado because a boulder from above fell onto the train track in front of the train. So we're waiting. What do you think, Nash? It's been about 20 minutes so far. So we'll see. And sure enough, the train went backwards. We got special permission to back all the way into Glenwood Station because there was a service dog on the train who needed to have a place to relieve himself. Nash and I got off the train just like the rest of the passengers because we were told this could be anywhere from 30 minutes to half a day or more to repair the train tracks because of the boulder. Well, I finally got my chance to explore Glenwood. I probably took 50, 60, 70 photos, and I won't bore you with those here. But eventually we went back to the train area and hung out with the rest of the passengers. The conductor actually sent this passenger to go buy a guitar because she was a professional musician. Evie Joy Music. Check her out. And they performed for hours for us. What a nice memory. And just over 3.5 hours plus later, we got back on the road, or the rails, that is. We weren't going to see the most beautiful parts of the Colorado Rockies, but the time of day was just right to get some beautiful shots before it got dark. Okay, I'll bore you with just one photo. This was one of my favorite from the trip, as we were making our way up the Rockies after we left Glenwood. It was getting time to sleep. We were really tired. So we made our way back to the room and watched the sunset as it closed over the Colorado River as we weaved our way through the mountains. We got into Chicago well after our train left. So the only thing to do was to get an Uber and go to a hotel. I used my points to stay at a Marriott rather than the hotel they gave us for free because I knew we could have a late checkout and our train didn't leave till 6:40 p.m. the next day. We woke up in the morning, had some coffee and breakfast, and spent a few hours walking around the neighborhood in North River, Chicago, I think the area is called. And sometimes the adventure is even better than the travel. And we discovered the most remarkable pizza and mozzarella sticks at a place called Polar Pizza. If you're in Chicago, you gotta check this place out. After gorging on pizza, Nash went back to the room, and I continued to walk the city for another hour, probably grabbing another 200 or so shots. I love this town. It's so clean and beautiful. I need to come back and spend more time here too. And we were blessed with an amazingly gorgeous day. It was warm, the skies were clear, and the light was near perfect. Finally, it was time to head back, get Nash from the room, and get ready to go. We grabbed an Uber and made our way over to Union Station. We made it to the train station okay, got a quick bite, and we're ready to go after waiting a few hours. It felt good to be on the rails again. Our next stop from Chicago, although a day later, is going to be Martinsburg, West Virginia, where Nana picks us up. It's a great time for my son and I. He's learning the lesson that traveling is not just about getting to the destination, but it's about the experiences. The long delay, an extra day in a new city, well, we'll forget about that time wanting to be home and simply remember the music of the conductor, the musicians, and all the people we met. That is the travel experience. And I'm so glad I got to share it with him, my best travel buddy.